From the latest news to your favorite tunes, we've got your back morning, night, and afternoon. Join our family, connect with your crew. Kings FM 88.5, just for you.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong. And no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
I see in the next few months a nicer country, a very noisy country, rowdy country, a heavily divided country, a very tough economy, a sense of elitism by those who are coming at the hem of authority. The coming in of the Unity Party is going to multiply the economic woes, the economic conundrum, the economic quagmire, the suffering of the Liberian people is going to multiply. We are not prophets of doom, but the reality will come.
And why we should go through this rigorous, chaotic, demoralizing, and inexplicable situation after much cogitation on this clandestine and surreptitious, furtive. He said, and I quote, "I am not a magician. Forgetting words are like egg. Once broken, they are gone. Once spoken, they remain indelible in the heart of man." Come to think of it, do they have the powers, the spiritualism, the abracadabra, the voodoo to perform the magic, and as well transmogrifically transmute and transfigurate this ugly, debilitating, and exasperating situation? I saw it. The locution, "I am not a magician," in its jocularity in quote 1. 2, the uncircumscribed bluster, and in a vituperative ululation. I saw it in their hocus pocus explicandum, explication, elucidation, where we thought the shibboleth was a travesty and a parody to lampoon the masses expected the limousinary from the government. After the miserly, the niggardly, the chase-appearing, the penurious, and the parsimonious, that I will say and remind us at this point in time that this is democracy. The government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Not oligarchy, plutocracy, and aristocracy. The catchword, the byword, the shibboleth, the locution, the conversion, the paroxysm, the spasm are counterintuitively excruciating, malodorous, horrendous, odoriferous, and odorous. But I pray that is so much acclimatized transmogrification, is so much acclimatized transmutation. It's not an act of sarcasm. Could it be that we are heading for better days? Could it be the political Moses that will take us to the promised land? Only on this note will I koto in Japoho.
It's in a political
I will not koto
yes,
in
the Muay
Japoho.
Thai. We are in a debilitating, lobotomizing, and ignominious political muahaha. Political yo, political holy-poly. Tell Mr. President, we are tired of the mendacilloquence, prostitute, and sabanism. Yes, mendacilloquence, telling lies in an awful way, prostitute, propaganda. Is in a political hogomondogos way. Yes, the Muay Thai. We are in a debilitating, lobotomizing, and ignominious political muahaha. Political yo, political holy-poly. Tell Mr. President, we are tired of the mendacilloquence, prostitute, and sabanism. Yes, mendacilloquence, telling lies in an awful way, prostitute, propaganda. This impedimental, combustible, and volatile lemma, in its maximum exoneration, reminds me of the biblical Eloi, Eloi, lama sabachthani. What germinated the abnegation and repudiation? What an academic muahaha, academic yo-ho-ho, caused by these political yo-yos, political yobos, in their leadership rococo, leadership rababaration, in conjunction with administrative bemusement, holy-poly, and discombobulation, in their obstreperous, malevolent shenanigan and hocus-pocus agenda. Your boo-boo has poo-pooed into your business. The bifurcation and abdication of the vision in the name of honorificability to the nitatibus, just to score cheap political points. Then floxina, sinihilipilificating. You see, distility, politicals of torrent rodomotates and defalcators that you and I know. The lab annotation of their eleemosinaries, ostentatious and libidinous lifestyle shows that they are out. Oh, obliteration, mutilation, decapitation. Say no to this academic bantigism, academic noctambulism, and academic malocclusion, which their children are not part of. It's in a political somnambulism and malocclusion. It's in a financial and economic bantigism. Look at the way the game politics is becoming a bugaboo. What a political holy bully. What a political hoity-toity. What a political foodie-doody. What a political hocus pocus they have come with. What a political jabberwocky. What a political poppycock. What a political gobbledygook. With this consternation, I ask that you accept my pertinacious circumlocution. Accept my pertinacious circumambagous grandiloquence and magniloquence. But I will tell you this, I will not koto in Japoho. I will refuse to koto in Japoho. Thank you.
Before we could become journalists today, we are citizens. If there is no way that our country is safe, we cannot practice in our respective professions. When we are at war, pastors will not be respected to go to church to preach. When we are at war, medical doctors will not be able to go to hospitals except on a coercion or sanitary condition. When we are at war, lawyers will not be able to go to court to practice. That's why when you see these things happening, whether you are a lawyer, whether you are working a profession, you got to step down and protect your country so that that country will provide an avenue for you to be the kind of person that you want to be. And that's where we are now. What happened on yesterday was wrong. It's still wrong, and no matter what it is wrong. We are seeing things happening in this country, and people are now seeing it as being right because the Asa is there. And these are things that we got to be stand up. To be a patriot, you have to stand first on the side of the law, because the politicians will go away. The regime will pass away, but your country will stay. The law will stay. Your patriotism vow will continue to stay on. And these are things that we got to stand up for. It doesn't matter how people feel, what kind of side you want to be on. We just got to speak to the truth, and that is very much important.
His Excellency, George Weah, President of Liberia. Our board noted that His Excellency's victory as the African Political Leader of the Year 2023 is a testament to his contributions to promoting peace, African culture and development, youth and sports development, and advancing Africa's agenda globally. It is also a recognition of his critical role in the infrastructural and socio-economic development of his country as well as his people-friendly policies. He has continued to advocate for peace and free and fair elections in the ECOWAS sub-region, and this was demonstrated by a show of statesmanship and iconic posturing by accepting electoral loss and congratulating the winner. While he arguably had options as a sitting president, he chose the path of honor, peace, and the defense of democracy. His emergence reaffirms our position that he has remained one of the continent's leading light, as he had continued to demonstrate great faith in the African project, promoting African dignity and helping to change the negative narratives about the continent.
Thank you that you join us. Yes, real, we go real. Kings 88.5 on this 27th day of February 2026, the reign of Judah Christopher. What a day, what a week it has been, and what a weekend it will be with God hovering. Thank you so very kindly, people, that you made us a part of your Friday itinerary, wherever you are, in Liberia, out of Liberia. Thank you so very much. We are together, and we will always be together going into 2029. I'm Sam Andrews, as always, Almighty, the creator and sustainer of the universe, the God who keeps watch over each and every one of us, the good God, faithful God, never reneging on his promises, but fulfilling every word that he uttered in the fullness of his time for our benefit. What the God he is, we are grateful. He kept us from Monday to this day, Friday. He hovers us in his grace and providential care. His grace is sufficient for us. He is the good God. So we are grateful. Yes, what a God he is. His grace keeps chasing me. We in Thanksgiving from Monday to this day, Friday, to say thank you. So let's go with this one. His grace keeps chasing me. Yes, his grace over us. Kings 88.5 institutionally, Kings 88.5 individual members making up the family. His grace chasing me.
I've been running from the light. But grace keeps chasing me through the night. Yes, Lord. I fell again, thought it was done. Another battle I hadn't won. Another battle I hadn't won. But in my shame, I heard you call. Your mercy didn't let me fall. Your mercy didn't let me fall. You lift me up from where I've been and whisper, son, begin again. Son, begin again. Even when I hide my face, you never walk away. Your love remains. Oh, grace still finds me when I'm lost and on my knees. When I'm lost and on my knees. Even when I turn away, your grace still finds a way. you're so good.
Grace still finds me.
I thought my story had to end,
but you called me child again.
You saw the dirt but not the stain. You washed me clean in holy rain.
Thank you, Jesus.
No mountain high, no ocean wide, can't stop your love, from reaching my side, through every failure, every scar, your grace still finds my heart. Grace still finds me. In the darkness you still see.
In the darkness you still see.
Even when I'm far away, Jesus' grace still finds me. Oh,
Grace still finds me.
Oh, and I'm never too far
For grace to find me.
I am never too far for grace to find man. It's called Grace Keeps Chasing Me. Again, good afternoon. Thank you for coming on. Good morning. And spend your time zone where you are around the world. The weekend's presentation, Real Talk Kings 88.5, Friday, the 27th of February 2026, the reign of Nebuchadnezzar. What a day. Great people, you all right? All of you okay? Yes, I know. If you aren't, you wouldn't come on. All of you are okay. Great people, massive, so extraordinary, kind-hearted people. Yeah, committed. Thank you all for everything. So let's bring on some of you. We can bring on everyone because the list is just flowing like water running down the hill unhindered. Everlasting Joy, Benson Street, Prophetic Conan, Jacob Kuye, Youth Alliance, Innovative Youth Alliance Headquarters, Emmanuel Bro, Minnesota, USA, Michael Green, VOA Community, Roberts Field Highway, Emmanuel Gue, Japan Freeway, Fatu Conan, Magibi County, Started to Remember, Patricia Brown, Rehab ELWA Community, Papi Eskeita, Dupont Road, Henry Na, Fendel, Carlfield, Asata Miller, So Clinic Community, Red Light, you've been away for some time. Asata, I stopped seeing you, but it's good that you are back. It's too many things unfolding. You got to move here and there, but it's good that you are on again, Asata Miller. DJ Divine, Blackest, Bon County. Is that what you do? Right. DJ, good profession. Put everything into it. Give your very muchness, and you will get better and perfect with time, and you will reap the fruit thereof. Never give up. Never get weary. DJ Divine, keep doing it. That is your future. Sophie Gay, Bethnesville Community, Philip Tukba, Dallas, Texas, USA, Silver, Washington, Broadway City. Silver, you've been off for a while too. Amara Kamara, Brussels, Belgium, Asari Conan, Bormines Breach, Henry T. Toll, Caldwell, Ansu Fambule, Blaman, Kanen Old Road, Malu Fofana, 20th Street Sinker, started to remember. Malu Fofana never miss out on any one of the shows. She's on in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night, 24/7, 7 days a week. What a commitment. Word. Thank you so much, Malu Fofana. We acknowledge your commitment. Numa Yanti, Randa Street, Regina Gaffey, USA, Cogbe Widow, Mangibi County, Orita Jikla, Jukonti Chie, your business center, Samuel, Light Copper, Carwell, Usman Saul, Gale Street Business Center, Joan Momolu, the same place, Business Center, David Collin, Gunter, Nima County, Rita Christine Hates, Massachusetts, USA, Lawrence Winning, Slipway Community, very good gentleman, humble, respectful, good to have you on, Lawrence Winning. Okay, so very special people. My dear sister Orita Sonny Wikwile, you are on. Good to have you on. It is our understanding that you are doing well. Thank you so much. We appreciate everything that you do, the uniqueness, and just excellent lady in you. Thank you so very much. Good to have you on the show, Orita Sonny Wikwile. The chairman himself has just come on. The chairman himself, the reference point chairman, the chairman for life, the one and only chairman, the melting pot chairman, down to earth chairman, Roma Rico, Kenneth Boy or Latupan, District 18, chairman, Block 13 Intellectual Center. Every center that is that has number attached to it as its code philosophy, that intellectual center is always vibrant. It's always very, very, very vibrant. Yes, I think I've seen few around the world, not many, but few, and they're attached. Just how you have Block 13 Intellectual Center. And the people can use numbers for entertainment centers too. Yahoo go to entertainment centers and they have, we heard a couple of them. Say 16, I know 16 or 86. The one in New Jersey area there that the people went around to break. How they call that one? 86? Okay, yes, but it's good. All of you people, man, welcome. Thank you. So let's get started. Let's go out of Liberia briefly. Nigeria's Electoral Commission has announced that the 2027 presidential election will now be held on January 16, moving it up from the original date of February 20 after concerns that the vote will coincide with the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. Political parties are expected to nominate their candidates between April 23rd and May 30th this year as the country prepares for a competitive race. President Bola Tinubu, elected in 2023 with about 36% of the vote, is expected to seek a second term. Over 160 asylum seekers have arrived in Rwanda from Libya, where they had been detained while en route to Egypt or Europe. They were evacuated on the United Nations High Commission for Refugee-Backed Emergency Transit Mechanism. Most of the 164 asylum seekers are Senegalese, while others were from Eritrea, Ethiopia, and South Sudan. Rwanda has taken in 2,760 asylum seekers since 2019. Some 2,500 of them have been resettle in the US, Canada, and parts of Europe. According to the United Nations High Commission for Refugee, Libya is an unsafe country for asylum seekers because of years of conflict and political instability and the absence of any asylum system. Uganda's Supreme Court has officially cleared the way for President Yoweri Museveni to be sworn in. It comes after a petition challenging the results of the January 15 presidential election. The ruling confirms that President Yoweri Museveni remains the duly elected president and is set to take the oath in May, marking the start of his 7th term, which will end his rule or extend his rule to 45 years by 2030. The court allowed former presidential candidate Robert Kisabati to withdraw his petition, noting that the evidence was insufficient to proceed. With no active challenges remaining, the swearing-in preparations will now move forward. And thousands of migrants remain trapped in Libya in a brutal cycle of abuse and extortion, as well as violence. One of them, Nigerian woman Oyeha Hope, spoke to BBC Chris Owoko on how she was trafficked to Libya, stabbed 6 times in the stomach while pregnant.
In a small room in Akwa Ibom, southern Nigeria, Oyiza stands by her window and looks out at the morning light. Her hair neatly braided. She's wearing a bright polo shirt. You wouldn't immediately see the scars she says she carries from her ordeal in Libya.
I spent 30 months there, and it's the most traumatic 30 months of my entire life.
In Tripoli, she found work as a maid. It wasn't glamorous, but it was work, and it paid. She was earning money, she says, was needed to pay back the cost of her trip to that country. Then, one day, her 2 roommates were kidnapped. At the time, Oyiza says she was 3 months pregnant. She went out searching for her friends, and she too was kidnapped.
They opened our taxi, dragged me out, and I was taken to a very far place. I was asked to call for ransom, which I refused to because there was no one to call. I was beaten, I was raped by 3 men. I was tied down because I was actually fighting with them. The first guy, the second guy, the third guy.
In Libya's shadowy camps, ransom buys survival. Refusing to pay can often mean torture.
One of them brought out his pocket knife and stabbed me in my stomach 6 times. As he was stabbing me, he was shouting, "Die, die, die, moot, moot." And I was bleeding.
Her kidnapping, she says, wasn't her only ordeal. Earlier, she'd been arrested and accused of theft. She spent 3 months in detention in an overcrowded cell where she'd seen some inmates collapse and die due to lack of care. Oyiza believes the accusation followed her refusal of sexual advances from a young man in the house where she worked.
Their son started sexually harassing me. He would come to the bedroom when I'm bathing, just open the door, or when I'm in the kitchen, come and spank me. And when I complained that I wanted to leave, the mom was angry. They drove me to the station, and they alleged I stole from them. Well, because I had no papers, I was not supposed to be in that country. That was how they locked me up.
She says she received no assistance from Nigerian authorities during those episodes. Nigeria's Foreign Affairs Minister, Yusuf Tuga, says migrants like Oyiza may never get the help they needed.
It is difficult for the Nigerian embassy, of course, given its also limited resources, to be able to reach every single Nigerian. And there's even the issue of identity and identification. This is part of the problem.
Eventually, Oyiza returned to Nigeria, back to Akwa Ibom, back home, but changed.
When I came back to Nigeria, I came back as a confused single mother. There was no father in my son's life. Even me as the mother, I wasn't capable of being a mother at that point, but I just needed to be in a place I called home.
The BBC Chris Owoko the explaining with the victim of self, Oyinga Hope, who was trapped into Libya, was used, abused, stabbed 3 times in the stomach. She is a living miracle to be living still at this time. That is the miracle or intervention of God. Pregnant woman stabbed 3 times in the stomach by her captors. Life. So our men will be in power for 45 years. We take it that way. In politics, when we say our men, it's just like in football game. Football game, we can say our men and meaning our opponent. So when I say our men are using the football expression in a political context, when you're in the football cycle, just listen to them. Even if you got on social media, when they're throwing jabs that say, our men, they were suffocated to the meaning our opponent. It's not for you. Yoweri Museveni is our opponent. Now you say, but he's not in Liberia. He's not part of anything happening here. There's different country president. The characteristics he portrayed, some of those characteristics are in Liberia. And the current government of President Joseph Boakai said they will stay in power for 200 years. That they will be, that will be about how many times? Mathematically, over Yoweri Museveni, that will be about 10 to 15 times. Yoweri Museveni, by 2030, will have stayed in power for 45 years. And I am not convinced that he will relinquish power. Brace yourself for another drama in 2029, 2030, 2031. He will extend the Constitution. He has all of the people. He has the Chief Justice, the head of the Electoral Commission, the military that is presided over by his biological son, the Central Bank of Uganda, presided over by one of his relatives. He got the Education Ministry, presided over by his wife. Family dynasty. Moreover, the others are compelled to do as he wants because their life, they'll have to choose between being dead, called dead body, or living body. So I am not convinced that he's going to relinquish power when his 7th term ends. African presidents are very greedy. Greedy is a nice word, but they are wicked to the core. They are Satanists, those who opt to stay in power forever until they died in power. 45 years. What more? So it's not about anything like the philosophical maxim, get in, get it done right, and get out. But law and gospel. I am the Lord, I am the gospel, I stay on. Everybody in Uganda worship me. The Nebuchadnezzar star. Nebuchadnezzar was very, very evil, politically evil, religiously evil. And when God got tired with him because he didn't show any democratic tendency, he was very disrespectful to the extent that he carried his disrespectful act to God. And God subdued him, made him to eat grass, made him to go naked until he had to confess. Despot, tyrant, dictator never enjoy their life. They never. Do a simple research. Ask for those people who stay on in power throughout, refused to give up power. What happened to them? They end up dying dreadful death. And their families will just go crying. Look at Paul Biya. Look at Paul Biya of Cameroon. Paul Biya is deaf in waiting. No doubt about it. Not wishing him death. But we speak from what we've seen over the years of African rulers, not leaders, rulers. Paul Biya is deaf in waiting. Look at the man. The man's voice can hardly come out when he's talking. The man is frail beyond frail. Yet he insists that he should stay on. And he got the support of everybody within his cycle. Not that they really appreciates that, but he is the boss now. He has everything. You can tell. What's going to happen in terms of his life, good life, when he passes? You enjoy the presidency of the presidency democratically alive. And that's why Liberia is blessed, because of just one man, George Weah, that the entire world credit Liberia as a unique democratic culture, that other African countries and European countries, they see Liberia as a unique democratic model that they can reference, that they can use to enhance their democratic transitional culture. It is that which former President George Weah initiated, instead of the current president keeping the country peaceful. He's going after the man who set a record that nobody in this country can ever set. We just in the second year of the Unity Party government, they've said they're going to stay on for 200 years. The Ugandan style, the Cameroon style, the Malian style, and all of those despot, tyrant countries. What will it profit? You stay in power for the longest. You manipulate the system. You threaten people. Just so you keep on as president and you die. What you wouldn't want ends up happening. Somebody moves in. And they wrap you in that cloth, put you in that box called casket, and dump you under the ground. Every other thing remains on earth. You want to leave a legacy that people can use, that people can reference, that countries can look at, that countries can use you, though gone, but as a model. This person did this, the person did that, the person did that. Africa has one of such person. He's gone, but his legacy resonates with vast majority of the people, political institutions, politicians, and just almost the entire world. Nelson Mandela. Is he not a reference point? He is. Though a dead person, dead rather. And there are others of the African culture whose legacy democratically the world cherish a lot. Stay in power for 45 years. I even want to complete the cycle or get to that milestone number 50. He might want to at 45, not many years to 50. So he might tamper with the Constitution with the help of his people. So go for 8th term, because the 8th term will take him around there, if not at 50. By 2031, he will have stayed 45 years. This is his 7th term. He takes the oath of office in May, and then he starts his 7th term as president. There is every likelihood that he might extend or tamper with the Constitution again so that he goes the 8th term. And when he can go the 8th term, he can go the 9th. And then there's just one step from 50. And he can be that person. I don't know whether there is an African person that served as president for 50 years. If there is any like that, please put it on the screen. Let me have that in my record. If there's any African person who served for 50 years. We know about 20, 30, 35, 40. But if you have whatever the information about a person who served 50 years, I say African ruler. I'm not saying European, African ruler. Please share that with me. That would be a very good information for our gallery historically. All right, let's turn to what we've got. Let's focus on the University of Liberia. Thousands of people came out, what they call graduates or graduates, no longer student. They've off. Several colleges making up the University of Liberia. Everybody coming out as per the requirements. There is this argument, it's been running and it's still running, and people are at loggerhead, and it gone to court. One of the persons is seeking a $4 million United States dollars for damage or damages, because somebody came out and said that you aren't the dues of the law school. And the president of the university, Dr. Lide Mampaya, came out to say this person is the law school dudes. And then some friends or classmates came out to disagree with the president of the University of Liberia, supporting the idea of the other guy who is out of Liberia. And the lady herself gave a news conference on yesterday to announce that she is the deuce and her reputation was tampered with. She was academically and emotionally subjected to a number of things by Mr. Colley, and so she was taking him to court. Mr. Colley too maintains that his stance is absolute. He did no wrong. She can proceed to court with all of her evidence or evidences. Then we saw and got this invitation from the Board of Trustees of the University of Liberia for a meeting, an emergency meeting before the graduation convocation or the convocation on today to look into the matter. The outcome of that was announce nobody as deuce until the matter is resolved. On the other side of the argument from the other school of thought that the lady is the deuce, and their argument was a deuce is determined by the faculty, the institution. There were, my emphasis is, except that in this unity party yellow era, they are telling us that a deuce is now the rule is the president will decide, just as in some football clubs, the coach will determine who is the captain. Except they are telling us that they have introduced that now, breaking away from what we've known over the years, and a universal principle that the person who earns the highest grade point average ultimately is the deuce. A deuce simply means highest point earned as per the grade requirement. Why did Real Madrid go into the playoff? Because Real Madrid did not earn the point that it needed to have earned as per the grade point or the average set together with the others. Number takes you up, not what the faculty desires, not what or who the president of a given institution wants. The president of a university, high school, polytechnic, whatever, the tertiary, don't determine by liking or favor or long stay or association a deuce. A deuce is that person that earns the highest mark as laid out by the institution. The reason I am on this because of the two arguments. We've not had such a situation before. This is the second that we see this thing of this one say, I am the dues. The other person say, you are not the dues. The university come in and say, this person is the dues. The faculty, the board of trustees convene a meeting and say, put hold to everything. Another person come on and say, the board of trustees was wrong. Unity Party. Everything just that kind of way. And why should people be fighting for that? If I am the one and they say you are not, and I know that I am, I earn, they've impacted me, I'm with it. What the people want to see is your impact after the graduation. And the graduation is just a commissioning ceremony. Graduation is just a commissioning ceremony, a licensing ceremony. The diploma is the license to say, we have programmed you, to use Dr. Lady Mapayan words in her address prior to today. We have programmed you. Hence, this is your license. You now use it to impact, to make the difference in society. That's what it is. A graduation is a licensing ceremony. 4 years, you were programmed. We are convinced you did all that was set for you to do. We are convinced that you are capable. You've got the ability now. You got everything required. You got all it takes. So you can now go. Today, they announced no dues. So here's the new argument. Since they announced no dues for the law school, one school of thought said that the lady is still the dues. The reason she wasn't called first or announced as the dues, but she is the dues, was because the listing was read in alphabetical order. So the Abraham Kromangat, Zagi, or we show that name sound like a foreign name, but they said it's in alphabetical order, A, B, C, D. Since his first name starts with A, Abraham, so he's the first. One group, another school of thought said, no, the fact that they can call his name first, he is the dues. And then they have the souvenir of the program. They have a highlighter beneath or under the name of the lady who they said is the dues. They erased that part because you have to indicate it in the souvenir. That is a historical document. It's used anyway. So they use highlighter. Do you know highlighter? The red, blue, green color that you use to highlight there. Now they have the darker one. Put it over the name so that you wouldn't see. Let me show you, I think, if I have something like that. And then we get to something else. It should not be. The rescue government, all kinds of things are happening in the rescue government. The state-run university, especially the law school, can be having that kind of petty thing. This person is the dues, this person is not the dues. No. Should not. All right, this is what I'm talking about, please. Here is it, the highlighter. The highlighter. But you know what a highlighter is. But just so you see it. Then we get to we are still in there because something happened again in the academic setting. All right. The highlighter. You see it? You see it? They use the highlighter. Those two areas, I don't know, but probably there where they had the dues or something, but that is the souvenir. That what you are looking at is the law school sheet. And it had here, Louis Arthur Graham School of Law, magna cum laude. Magna cum laude. How Azetta Jones. And before her, okay, they did not, these two, the filter that you see there is to say we can announce you as dues. But they have there, this is where they confuse everything to. They have there magna cum laude. Then they have how Azetta Jones. Under Azetta Jones, the next person is Barney P. James. James Barney, the senator. Then they have Abraham Z. Kruman. So this is why some people are arguing that the lady is still the dues, because under magna cum laude, the name that is under is Izetta, followed by James Barney and Kruman. What the university did not do, or the law school did not do, announcing who is a dude. But here is it again. They still left the room open or the box open for argument. If Izetta is not the dude, then Azetta will not be placed immediately because it is not in alphabetical order. A comes before. So you see, they say magna cum laude, and right after that, right under the magna cum laude is Izetta Jones. So the confusion is raging here and there. That's what's happening in the rescue government. Still, within the academic sector of our country, here is what Unity Party people supported initially when their supporter, Martin Colley, came out with his organization stuff called, academic something, challenging everybody who didn't have degrees. He was so strong in we as government against we as people. He took it to Joy Howard Taylor, somebody who has all of those degrees. He said she didn't have, in fact, the doctorate degree that she earned. It's not a full doctorate degree. He took it to the House of Representatives, everywhere he was being supported by his Unity Party people when they were in opposition. Fast forward, Destiny came right before him, and he could not. The same, he condemned the University of Liberia as not having the ability, nothing whatsoever to confer doctorate degree on anybody. He condemned AME Zion, AME University on Cam Johnson Road, almost all of the universities that confer honorary doctorate degree. They argued that honorary doctorate degree has no substance. he got the irony. The same university he condemned, one of those universities he condemned, went and conferred honorary doctorate degree on his president, yellow one, Joseph Yema Boakai. And then people say, but Chivo, and you say the thing here, not right, your supporter A, when Martin Colley was doing all kinds of things in opposition. Yeah, your man and Boakai receiving it. Kula Fofana came and say nobody should call Boakai doctor. Because he just don't like it. It's not the issue of whether he likes it or not. But what was condemned yesterday and you people supported the condemnation, you accept it today. Another person, senior government official, today, the Minister of Foreign Affairs was conferred honorary doctorate degree holder. So she is now Dr. Sarah Beslow Yanti. When it came out, we put our little understanding to it that you have this doctorate stuff in twofold. One is purely academic. The person sits in the class and goes through everything. The other, service to humanity, impact, and on and on. It doesn't say that the person earns that by sitting in the class and getting all of the A plus and B plus and falling in the category of magna cum laude. Today, they confer, the University of Liberia conferred doctorate degree, but it is honorary and it is acceptable. It is purely societal. That's all. It's just for the impact. You can present nothing academic about it. Nothing academic you can present about it. And they don't take on anything to do within the academic sector by their honorary degree. It's just to say thank you for what you've done. We put this on you. Nothing wrong with that. It's an academic honor. When President Weah came to the presidency, given his impact, the university conferred that on him. They say, oh, it was wrong. It was not this. The man cannot be. The man not a doctor. The man did not sit in the classroom. One of the reasons why these people will continue to use you, most of you uniparty people, because you people are not exposed and you don't want to be exposed. We live in the world of technology. Just like Teacher Lai said last night, you can just go. The internet is there. It's called repository of knowledge. And then they will give you everything that you want. There's no area, no field of discipline that you want to know about or something within that you will not. But you refuse to live in modernism, but allow yourself to be used as surrogates, as peasants. So you pray, sing then, you support them, yeah, not necessary. Who made a man doctorate degree holder? Joseph Boakai, yellow one has a doctorate degree. Kula Fofana said they should not call a man doctor because he didn't like it. I am telling you, Kula Fofana said it. She can deny it when I say it in her presence. She can, because she said it. Had she not said it, we wouldn't have known. She said it openly. She begged journalists. I was in that gathering that they should not call Boakai doctor because he does not want to be called that way. He just ain't like it. That's why when they're writing their own document about Boakai, have you ever seen them from the executive mansion say Dr. Joseph Yema Boakai? They only say His Excellency President Joseph Yema Boakai. Not that it is not right or they don't want it just as they don't want it. No. But because they outrightly condemned it and their condemnation was so strong yesterday, so they shame today. There is nothing wrong with conferring honorary doctorate degree. So going forward, you'll call Yellow Foreign Affairs, Dr. Sarah Beslow Yanti. You wouldn't be disrespectful. You only admit and she will answer. Dr. Sarah Beslow Yanti. Your call Yellow Foreign Affairs, Dr. Sarah Beslow Yanti. Another thing that came out from the graduation today of the University of Liberia, Yellow One Joseph Yema Boakai pledged 50,000 United States dollars to enhance research at the University of Liberia. They have the doctoral program there, and it will help. Why we would disagree with the president on a couple of things. This one is, it makes sense. It's just that the system is not too exposed or not too strengthened. We didn't have anything from the past all the way from 1847 coming into modernism, nothing whatsoever. It was your UL. Today, people still calling it the only state-run university in modern time. Can you imagine? In modern time, people still saying the only, instead of saying one of several state-run universities, they still saying proudly, the only state-run university. We have doctors, but the doctors got their education, most of them from outside. So they can't take the materials, research materials and other things into Liberia. They only come with their degree. Now they're in Liberia, nothing. The atmosphere just can't allow them. Because there is, look at the University of Liberia. Look at it. All day, every day, Sioux people condemning the place, the Bavron sting, no library, all kinds of stuff. Look at the other places around. I think the private universities, some of them better, not all. So it's not really, the idea is not, it's not bad, but let's see how it will go. Research is key. It does a number of things positively for the country. But if the atmosphere cannot support that, that means you don't have the system in place. It's for nothing. If that 50,000 he pledged will be used for theory, then it will not really help. I think that 50,000, the first thing first, let it go to infrastructure setup. Let everything go into infrastructure setup. Set up the system first. Set up the system. Then you can source funding from other areas. That university needs to be expanded. There are a number of things they need to set up at that university. All right. That will be doing it for that. Let's go to this. Let's go to this. He was right. He couldn't have expressed himself as the way he did. This supporter of the Congress for Democratic Change. He was right. And you have to be expressive. Don't hold back anything. express yourself. If your colleague on the other side not talking, it's because your colleague see the issue different, and you see it from a whole different perspective, and you think that it is necessary to speak out. And no better time to speak out than now. No better time to speak out than now. This is the right time to speak out. No better time to do it than now. Have a listen to the supporter of George Weah, the Congress for Democratic Change. Dead serious and with a straightforward position.
He chose to accommodate everybody in the governing section. These are the people today that are serving us. The left of Walter Bryan, he was the spokesperson of MCC, making over 1,000 United States dollars. And the senior vice chair for operator for the United Party. He was the operator in the system. While some of us are agitating, stay on the statutory bench. These are the same people today. Can you imagine every sector of government they have which one citizen? People even making 100 United States dollars, like even sustaining, they are wanting them. They have taken them off the page. Can you imagine that? I've done the rest us. But we say, this is a caveat. I told people I see you yesterday. There is a clear caveat. If the we turn, we will point at some of you. You will never go with impunity. So then you say you told us, you made some people still believing that Samuel 12 told 25 million, and you don't ever to prosecute Samuel 12 or 25 million. You go on national security issue. Comrades, it's decided. But bear in mind, some of you that done it and one will begin. The weak and turn anytime. Thank you.
Right. He couldn't have put it any better. Tell the people the truth. Don't hide anything. Don't wait when you're dead, then you say, oh, and are you at that time with it? Tell them. They are telling you their intent. Tell them there is nothing wrong with telling a Unity Party person that you're treating us this way. When the tide turns, we will go after you. And you know why? You ought to say it boldly, because that's what they're doing to you. That's what they're doing to you. They're regretting nothing. They're prepared to kill you. They're prepared to shatter your life anyway. They will regret nothing. And you are feeling the hurt, the pains. You are going through the frustration. Things are so upside down, and you still want to pamper. You want to play the pamper politics. Oh yeah, and you know, we're going in 2029. We'll tell them what you will do 2029. That you will not win. Unity Party will go out and will chase all of you people everywhere. Just as it was in the war, they were chasing people here and there. That's how we chase you people. Nothing wrong with that. That's politics. That's democracy. Don't be afraid. The only thing, don't insult. Don't be abusive. Just tell the truth, because the truth hurts. The truth also creates fear. And the truth can position a person to be careful what he says, how he treats the next person. I like how he said it. I should go back to that. That we will go after you when the tide turns.
He chose to accommodate everybody in the governing section. These are the people today that are serving us. The left of Walter Bryan, he was the spokesperson of MCC, making over 1,000 United States dollars. And the senior vice chair for operator for the United Party. He was the operator in the system. While some of us are agitating, stay on the statutory bench. These are the same people today. Can you imagine every sector of government they have which one citizen? People even making 100 United States dollars, like even sustaining, they are wanting them. They have taken them off the page. Can you imagine that? And then help us. But we say, this is a caveat. I told people I see you yesterday. There is a clear caveat. If the wind turn, we will point at some of you. Yahweh, I told people I see you yesterday. There is a clear caveat. If the wind turn, we will point at some of you. Yahweh, but we say, this is a caveat. I told people I see you yesterday. There is a clear caveat. If the wind turn, we will point at some of you. Yahweh, help us. But we say, this is a caveat. I told people I see you yesterday. There is a clear caveat. If the wind turn, we will point at some of you. I told people I see you yesterday. There is a clear caveat. If the wind turn, we will point at some of you. Yahweh told people I see you yesterday. There is a clear caveat. If the wind turn, we will point at some of you. Yahweh see you yesterday. There is a clear caveat. If the wind turn, we will point at some of you. Yahweh never wait. I told people I see you yesterday. There is a clear caveat. If the wind turn, we will point at some of you. Yahweh, I told people I see you yesterday. There is a clear caveat. If the wind turn, we will point at some of you. Yahweh, and then help us. But we say, this is a caveat. I told people I see you yesterday. There is a clear caveat. If the wind turn, we will point at some of you. Yahweh never go with impunity. So then you say you told us. I will say, this is a caveat. I told people I see you yesterday. There is a clear caveat. If the wind turn, we will point at some of you. Yahweh never go with impunity. So then, I told people I see you yesterday. There is a clear caveat. If the wind turn, we will point at some of you. Yahweh never go with impunity. So then you say you told us, you made some people still believing that Samuel 12 told 25 million, and you don't ever to prosecute Samuel 12 or 25 million. You go on national security issue. Thomas, it is saddened. But bear in mind, some of you that done it and wonder what they begin. They're weak and thrown it down.
Right. Let's have this break. Then we go to something and then, yeah, this break.
Two leaders walking different life. One leads with love, the other spite. George and Joseph Boca stand so clear. One brings hope, one brings fear. Joe's way he rules with gentle hands, lifts the weak and understands. Every soul gets equal chance. Compassion flows in his advance. When the people need him near, he steps down to dry their tears. Plays with kids and helps the old. His warm heart can't be sold. Oh, Joe's where leaves with love so true. Every day his care shines through, while the other spreads the pain. Joseph Boca brings the storm and rain. Joseph Boca brings the storm and rain. Joseph Boca rules with hate and lies, laughs as hungry children cry, treats his people like they're dirt, leaves them bleeding, leaves them hurt. When the nation needs his aid, he just watches while it falls, mocks their pain with cruel delight, devil dressed in leader's might. Oh, Joe's where leads with love so true. Every day his care shines through, while the other spreads the pain. Joseph Boca brings the storm and rain. Two leaders walking different life. One leads with love, the other spite. George and Joseph both can stand so clear. One brings hope, one brings fear. Joe's way he rules with gentle hands, lifts the weak and understands. Every soul gets equal chance.
They celebrating my boy your way. Listen carefully. You see, this song here explains everything the yellow machine. If you look at the atmosphere, truly, they lie, blatant lie, diabolical lie. And they felt, oh, by doing it this way, that stupid people they're talking to. Come on. You announced 127 arrive. Everybody expected you to parade the 127 as you paraded the first batch that came when Yellow won. Said his friend gave him yellow machines and he paraded them. There were no trucks, pickups, nothing. None of those things were there. None of those vehicles. Everything was the F-moving machine. That was Yellow won and his people paraded. The ones he said his friend gave to him. Now, what happened? Everything, the whole arrangement, chakla. So they think we are stupid. We are obsessed. The song explains everything the atmosphere. La, the men can lie. They are diabolical liars. They can lie. Unity Party people can lie. That is this song here explains everything the atmosphere yellow machine, the la. Yeah. You're listening to the man go. Burning Spear, you couldn't have painted or present the reality existing in Liberia with the message. That's it. So let's go this way. They went to worship. They went to worship Yellow One yesterday. These guys should be ashamed of themselves. Now, the description that Dillon will always use against the legislature, the regime of former President George Weah spineless. He always referred to his colleagues, and he wasn't referencing Unity Party lawmakers because they were in cahoot. We have him on record as saying that the plan that every nomination that former President Weah or President Weah then will make, they will make sure that that person was not confirmed, and they were successful in most of it. He's on record, he confessed. So when he were using the word spineless, he wasn't referring to his colleagues. He was referring to CDC lawmakers. He was referring to them as spineless lawmakers who did not have the balls. Fast forward, Unity Party lawmakers, Unity Party legislature is what we have now. And you can see that truly his own legislators, his Unity Party legislators, they are spineless. They don't have the balls. The expression "don't having the balls," it means you don't have the face to look at a person. You don't have the ability. You don't have that boldness to say anything, even when it is wrong. You trade your belly for silence. You trade silence, rather. You trade silence for your belly. You let go everything. You mute yourself. You become speechless. even though you're saying wrong. The word spineless, you can find it no better place than the Unity Party lawmakers. Spineless. They don't have the balls. Shameless people. People of no essence and values. It is not the honorific that makes you or give you the essence and the value. It's not the honorific. As a matter of simple education, if you don't know, I am honorable. Israel is honorable. AB is honorable. All of us are honorable. If you think that you extra, you are a satanic liar. We are all equals. Everybody is honorable. Everybody. So don't take that thing to be a title. It's not a title. It is a designation. A designation because of service. I am honorable. And when you call me honorable. You call Israel honorable. You call AB honorable. All of us, we are honorable. The market seller, the lady that holding her wheelbarrow with her goods in a carrying it around, she's honorable. The man who is behind the counter, the lady on the market table selling her goods, whether that dry goods or whether that drinks, or the woman in the kobo shop, she is honorable. Everybody honorable. It simply means the service you render to society. You don't see those people as extra. They are never extra. They can never be extra. They are servants. They are servants. You elected them. They did not go there all by themselves. Had you not elected them, they wouldn't have been over there. You are the honorable, and you place that honorability into them. They are your servants. Here's another one. The reason they can call you honorable, you're honorable because of anything extra. You're not honorable by personality. You are honorable by the service you render. You are honorable by the service you render. It is based on the service that they call you honorable. It is based on the service that they call the man pastor. It is because of the service that they call the man judge. The work that he is doing. It is because of the service they call the person doctor. The service that he or she is rendering to society. It is because of the service that they say military personnel. Is because of the service. The defense minister is honorable. The defense minister and the lady who is selling on the sidewalk, the boy who is signing shoe on the sidewalk, they are all honorable because they are all in service to humanity. The pastor is honorable. The journalist is honorable. The Yana boy is honorable. And again, low car, the lowing car, who they putting in the car? Human beings. What are they doing? They are rendering service. They are honorable. So if you think that you people are the only people called honorable, or you people are the only honorable, you need to sit down and learn. Most of you over there dummies, don't know anything. Okay, when you're there, most of you went down there by opportunity, not that you're extra. So yeah, y'all look at the honorable. And you see on the screen, look at a lawmaker. Can you imagine? Look at lawmaker, Unity Party lawmaker. Here is the lawmaker on the screen. You see the man? You see yellow machine boy? Because they want an car, so we can say car boy. Yellow machine boy. And you see yellow machine boy on the screen. Yellow machine boy hanging. He hanging on the machine. Representative, first time in the life of the representative. You see how the man overexcited? The man turned to machine boy. You see the man? You look at the man. You have the man on the screen. I leave over the man. You ain't that? They say that Grand Bassa representative. Grand Bassa representative. Hey man on the screen. Hey, you see? They maintained a machine ball. Then they went to, Mr. President, as I told you yesterday, they went to worship Yellow One. They went to worship Yellow One yesterday because that's what worship is. Worship, it simply means to revere, to give honor, to exalt the person. And that exalt is praise. That you empty yourself, all that you are, you place it into that person. You see that person as a deity. That's what a worship is. In a religious context, when we go to church, we empty ourselves before God, meaning we acknowledge him as the supreme being. In a political context, when you go and empty everything yourself to the president, you say words. The words that you use constitute worship. If you say, Mr. President, you see all of us today in yellow, the next batch of yellow machines will be in all over yellow, even our shoes will be yellow. You saying as first branch of government, we have no essence and value of a first branch of government. Hence, you are the Lord. So all of them went to worship Yellow One yesterday. Look at the legislative ineptitude. Now, Dillon Voice are using, these people don't have the balls. They are spineless. They went. Who does the introduction? The presiding officer. If we went somewhere, let's say all of us sitting and AB, our boss, is in the room. AB can never allow each of us to introduce ourselves. As the boss, he will take on that responsibility. Sam Andrews, he's responsible for this. Israel responsible for that. Stephen Conter is responsible for this. Jenan Pesima is responsible for this. She's this and that. This person is responsible, just like that. Then, after that now, whatever that the other people or the person will want to know, then individually now, they will explain from their respective area, but the boss will do the introduction because everybody honors the boss. And the boss knows everybody. A boss cannot have this atmosphere of not knowing all his people. Yellow goes to President Bouaga the second time. What they did yesterday was the tear. The first blunder, the first ineptitude was in Sierra Leone. You're in a strange land. Your fellow speaker, the Sierra Leone speaker, can never leave his people to introduce themselves. He will do the introduction because he is the presiding officer. That's how it is done universally. He goes to Sierra Leone, and then he sits there like he hasn't sat in a sofa before and told the rest of the guys to introduce themselves. The other one say, I'm Representative John Josiah, Chair of the House Standing Committee on Concession and Investment, representing Maryland County. The other one we call just like that. Then after everything like that, he said, I am the speaker. They go to Yellow One. All of them, Yellow One said they must introduce themselves. You, presiding officer, have you people heard or seen the presiding officer telling on the floor that, oh, please introduce yourself before you speak? Have you ever seen that in Parliament before? I have never seen it. I have always seen, which I know, and many people know this with me, the presiding officer, you hear the speaker saying, Let me use one of our people name you as example. You hear the speaker saying, Honorable Dixon Sibo, you have the floor. When Dixon Sibo makes his position, another person hand is up. You hear the presiding officer or the speaker is saying, Honorable Jacob Derby, and then he will call the county. The presiding officer don't only call you the name of the representative, but he call the county because they are representing a county and district within that county. So the speaker knows everybody by name. The 73. We have never heard Fonatikova one day in that place fumble over a person name. We call the name like you're drinking water. How many persons you took? Only few to yellow one office. So those few individuals, you know them. They told them to introduce themselves, making fun. First branch of government. Reduce themselves, subservient. You have a listen. Then we'll go to the line.
President Joseph Speaker of colleagues, along with we are here for 5 minutes to appreciate the president.
You heard the yellow speaker? Please speak out, colleagues. We're here for 5 minutes. That you should be saying that as speaker, subservient speaker, inept speaker, that you should be saying that in the presence of the president, you and the president equal. You and the president equal. The Constitution says 3 separate but coordinate branches of government, meaning the heads of the 3 branches, all the 3 branches are on the same plane. No one is higher than other, but the function is different. When the first branch of government here reduces himself to the president, giving his responsibility away. Go in other countries, see the speaker. Don't stoop so low. No reason why our political system is just childish, frolic, mimicking. Y'all listen to the man good. We'll go to the line. Why the rescue machine ball hanging?
President Joseph Speaker of colleagues, along with we are here for 5 minutes to appreciate the president for acquiring a yellow machine. We've seen the first batch arrive. But before we go into giving the president appreciation, we're here for, I would like my colleagues to introduce themselves.
Yeah, my man, look, Alex Speaker, man. Drop like elementary thing. Alex Speaker, you big boy. Mr. President, I have as my delegation, John Josiah, Maryland County, head of the Investment and Concession Committee. Cynthia Moore, Grand Crew County, co-chair, Finance, Investment, or Maritime. You know what Paulo I say? Yeah. You're a speaker, big boy. And you know your people. People that know, we go to play, we're introducing people. We're introducing, we're calling their names, we're flowing. We're just like water flowing down running down the river. Then you, in that kind of capacity, you ain't able to introduce your own colleagues, telling them, you please introduce yourself. That in your country, then they will be introducing themselves to, there you go. Yeah, man.
Let me show we've seen the first batch arrive. But before we go into giving the president appreciation, we're here for, I would like my colleagues to introduce themselves. So I will start with Honorable Flomo, Alfred Flomo from Grand Bassa County.
So you say, I will start with Alfred Flomo from Grand Bassa County. Then you flow now with it. You don't have to tell out of Alfred Flomo that the Alfred Flomo here from Grand Bassa County, the one you see here again, the yellow boy, yellow machine boy, yellow machine boy. You're please accepting that yellow machine boy because he demonstrated a boyish attitude. That way, yellow machine.
Good morning, Mr. President. My name is Alfred Hezekiah Fumo from District 4, Grand Bassa County.
Mr. President, good afternoon. I'm Honorable Priscilla Abraham Kobo, representing the people of District 5, Monserrado County.
Good afternoon, Mr. President. I'm Honorable Smokey Moba from District Number 3.
My name is Kizisoli Beka. I'm from Grand Cape County, District Number 2.
Mr. President, I'm Jerry Kodoba Yogba, representing the people of District Number 12, Monserrado.
My name is Koto Selwe Kwaglu, a representative of District Number 5, Nema.
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. I'm Moroneka K, District 3.
I'm representing Prince Etos, District 8, Monserrado County.
My name is Yanji Flomo. I represent the people of Nema County Electoral District 2.
Men with all integrity. We know we'll work along with you. I'm Honorable Nathaniel N. Bawe, here from Grand Crew District 1, and representing the people of District 1, Grand Crew County. We'll continue to work with you. Thank you.
I am Honorable Bintu Masale, representing Grand Cape County District 1.
My name is Jeremiah Kauso Kansinyo, representative District 1, Range.
My name is Austin Bleedy Bajini Taylor from Callaway, Barrow, State District, Maryland County. Thank you very much.
Now what county, man?
Good afternoon, Your Excellency. Emmanuel Dunn, representative of District Number 7, Monserrado County.
You going out, I lock you hard to come in a representative. 2029, you out. You know how your district people fed up with you. Then you're listening to the yellow speaker and yellow deputy speaker. Yellow speaker say the next time when the second batch comes in, they will be in yellow shoes. Your lawmakers, that you can call honorable. Don't demean, don't look down on yourself. These people are not the only honorable. Ego. Listen, and you see the thing we're doing here. We are the people in this place here. All of us, we are equal. The only difference is we sit down and talk because we have to render service. They're rendering service outside there. The rendering service, they are honorable people. I'm rendering service, by my assignment. I'm honorable. You honorable. Everybody honorable. Everybody on the same plane. Everybody rendering service to humanity, to society. Nobody is extra. These are not the only honorable. I am telling you so you don't see them as extra, that some of you are so afraid of them, you can be worshiping them too. These people are nothing but anything honorific. Everybody honorable. The Kobo woman that's selling in a Kobo shop, Lapa Pido, she honorable because she's serving humanity. You're listening to rescue speaker, rescue deputy, yellow speaker, yellow deputy speaker. Yellow speaker say the next time they're wearing yellow shoes. So you get ready, boutique people, you who get boutiques and other things then, your yellow shoes then, you start carrying all the presents. The yellow speaker already announced that the second batch they will be in yellow shoes. So you start carrying your as soon as you hear the second batch of machines coming into the country, you carry your yellow shoes up. The price.
Mr. President, as you see us here today, 90%, if not 95% of members of the House of Representatives, we have realized under the direct, we're just pounding with congratulations. And we could not just enjoy that congratulations without coming to share with you. That's the essence of our being here today. Thank you, Mr. President. Again, the people of Lofa County, we are so grateful. Thank you. The people of Foya, we declare today, February 26th, as you can see.
The man spoke easy the now.
We Foya, go of Foya, we declare there. We declare today We declare today. Mereka malah nongati, mereka malah nongati, mereka malah nongati, mereka malah nongati.
You want to tell me what it means, yeah?
February 26th, as you can see it being. Thank you. The people of Foya, mereka malah nongati. We declare today, February 26th, as you can see it being demonstrated here in yellow, as Yellow Machine Day.
Mr. President, our presence here today is to acknowledge your hard work. We are here to say thank you because we know these machines will be able to lay out the various.
Yellow Deputy Speaker spoke first. The Yellow Speaker is speaking now.
Cities will be able to open market rules. It will make it more accessible in our various villages and towns. Mr. President, we got nothing much to say but to say thank you. Today, we decided to move to the port machine that people consider to be used machine, AR design. We decided to go and see and touch it physically and make sure we are seeing the actual machines. And what we've noticed today, to clear some of the myth that these machines are used machines, we've seen that they're all brand new machines. And what we've seen, we are prepared for today. You see some with black, different color, but I can assure you that as we are with the second batch of machines, will be more yellow. Even the shoes will be yellow with different color, but I can assure you that as we are with the second batch of machines, will be more yellow. Even the shoes will be yellow with different color, but I can assure you that as we are with the second batch of machines, will be more yellow. Even the shoes will be yellow. As we are with the second batch of machines, will be more yellow. Even the shoes will be yellow. As we are with the second batch of machines, will be more yellow. Even the shoes will be yellow with machines. Will be more yellow. Even the shoes will be yellow with machines. Will be more yellow. Even the shoes will be yellow with the president.
Regime Speaker, but people, you're Che, here go Liberia. What? Damn. Yeah, man. When people will look at this country and learn from it, yeah? I mean, you carry your yellow shoes, price obo. Yeah, yellow speaker already made it clear. He said the next one, they will be in yellow shoes. Thank you guys for exercising patience, man. Let's go. Let me just read a few of your many comments and then we are out. Kuda Williams said, why did the representative of Maryland go to belittle us from our county? Have you ever seen a Gribble man be used like this? But the main part of the yellow family now. He part of the yellow family. Guys, he part of the yellow family. Well, Valaman Domba said he laughs. He said those guys are afraid of the opposition. Philip Tokbaze is very busy and he doesn't deserve to be a speaker. Sia Fire said Unity Party people can lie. The same machines they brought. Okay, yeah, that's it. You see it? You see the man? You call the man machine board, yellow machine board. The Grand Bassa County representative there, so machine board. Rita Hart said, but why they didn't wear yellow shoes? The Regime Speaker, the yellow speaker said the next batch they will be in yellow shoes. Yeah. Yeah, FICI legislature, FICI Unity Party legislature. Let's go to the line, man. me use the next 11 minutes for you people. Just go straight to the point, I beg you, to lower your radio or cut the radio off before you die so that it doesn't affect all of us. Yeah? All right. So let's go. Where do we start? Let's start with the women. Hello.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon.
I say my question is that who they wanted to impress by parade yellow something in the street.
Well, that one we finish. I'm talking about the man. Yeah, the man. I get the man on the screen. The car, the machine boy.
Yeah, that machine boy. Because you say your people saying to represent them and advocate for them. Then you go get in the street. You go hang on machine. You talking about your machine boy. Who they impressing? Is that your we are that say more people?
But they want they're not impression. They want that impression. That one they call Seth belittle man. He disgraced himself.
He disgraced himself. How do they grow man? Said that more than we talking about from the cellular where they can't have on the yellow machine. You think that man able to go for you for them to get you power? We talking about what they are doing. They able to talk. They able to talk for their masses. Then they get it through all kinds of things. Thank you, man.
Okay. Hello.
Oh, Sam ask you, my partner.
Yes, G's partner. Good afternoon. How are you?
Thank you. Thank God for life, my brother. No one saw that guy. That's Zoko hanging on the car.
No, the man is Zogo. That yellow representative.
Oh, you want me to get fun for him?
No, but no, he not Zogo. That yellow representative.
Okay, Lord, me call carbon.
No, not carbon. That machine boy.
Machine boy.
Yeah, yellow machine. They want that car, that machine.
I saw the guy hanging, showing a hair whipping. I said, God damn it. The only country in Africa to see lawmaker taking off and say he's waiting to show what? How you talking yourself to be and know what yourself story?
That's a fee. G's partner. That's a fee now. That's a fee. Everyone can take a fee different everywhere.
I see. Then you get something more for us talking about who wear yellow shoes. God damn it. The first century, our country from the street to the whole world. I tell you no lie. People are laughing at us, all the country are laughing at us. To see our Lord in that kind of form and manner. To end beyond a machine. When people are talking about who wear yellow shoes. You don't remember what yellow camera is. Oh, yellow abra, oh, your abra. Come on, para. That's what we respect you.
No, that yellow speaker said they will wear yellow shoes. That yellow speaker, Mazizi. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Sam. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Oh, thank God. And you?
I yell my love for St. Paul's. Same as you. It is a disgrace to the republic. Mission boy, look at trouble. Mission boy, you somebody to go to that kind of thing. I said to say Joshua never brought yellow machine.
Forget about we are bringing in machines. That on the record there. But say in we are government when the machines came, not a single lawmaker hung on the machine.
That's what I want to say, Papa.
And nobody wore a specific color.
That international community, they're laughing at us the whole world. It is a disgrace. Then Thomas Fala and all to that it can get to me. No, you must be ungrateful. You must be ungrateful. You must be laughing when you with a teeth. Don't think a good thing. Thomas Fala today, then he say he's speaking a dialect. Look, I swear, God will judge all of us tomorrow. I tell you, thank you, sir.
Okay. Yeah, someone interpreted the Kisi that he spoke. It said in Kisi, it means God bless you. So they were blessing the yellow one. Hello.
Hello, Mr. Andrew.
Yes. Hello.
Good afternoon. You're speaking with the Common Board Chairman. I'm T1P Willie joining from Sokolin District 4. Mr. Andrew, the drama yesterday, just vindicated all a friend few. Number one,
I'm talking about we thought that thing Israel talk about ABT, but when talking about that drama yesterday, they 1 year, the lawmaker, the rescue ball, the lawmaker hanging and other issues.
Mr. Andrew, that was referencing now. They proved to us that what we've been saying, I don't know, because I extended version of the executive, that what they were doing there. What we've been saying that the lawmakers are rubber stamp, that whatever executive want and what they can do, that the evidence that the clue they were giving there yesterday, we've been guessing about it, but yesterday it was clear. It made some of us very embarrassed to even be called on Liberian. For me, I see that we need a therapist because what we saw there, there's a need for us to do.
But what there to be embarrassed, my man? But you should be happy. I saw that thing yesterday, but I was happy. I even wanted to do more than that. My man, you know what warfare is? A warfare that your opponent you just mess things up. Go by so you capitalize on it. Then he's feeling bad. What there to feel bad as a citizen? I beg you, yeah.
Mr. Andrew, on the other side, you're right. But then this is Liberia now. They are representing, no matter what, leave it or not, they are just saying representing.
Yeah, that's why when the people look at it, they say the lawmakers are not responsible. We cut off this. We'll not give our support. All the things ain't good. You have to celebrate.
Exactly. Those yellow lawmakers there, yellow submarine lawmakers, don't even coming for us. Some of you will be doing mental health tests for you because I think that you are looking at people that get Alzheimer's disease, people that get brain problems. So we'll do your test. So now when you pass the test, before we can vote for you. Thank you.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, Mr. Andrew.
Yes, good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Mr. Andrew, I'm Spencer Mohammed, and I call for my Popo Kono, down Coast Spoon Hill, White Town community. Mr. Andrew, thank you very much. What I taught yesterday, it taught me 2 lessons. And these are the lessons that I learned from what was they said, especially by Thomas Fala. You see, all the last 8 years, the likes of Tiba Glaser, the likes of Philip Brown.
My man, what Thomas Fala? What happened with Thomas Fala?
Yeah, the data that he spoke.
But he just said somebody sent it to me. He said it means Nkisi, God bless you. That's all.
Thank you very much. Yeah, Mr. Andrew, I understand that. But just let me learn, please, just a minute. Mr. Andrew, what I'm trying to say, when Thomas Fala and Sir Joseph and the likes of all of people are protecting theirs and seeking praises to him, other brothers who were affiliated and associated with President Weah from the Southeastern region, they used the last 8 years to tear him down, even as far as stating on their own radio station and in telling the Liberian people what he did not do, like the 16 billion issue. Like the 25 million mock up. See, Mike Jackson used that thing today. He's here.
I mean, you're still dwelling on that thing, on those things. You're still heading your heel with United Party people on that thing.
The lesson is that what they did, no, the lesson there is what we are interpreting, Mr. Andrew. I'm just telling the lesson, the brothers, our brothers from the Southeastern region, they should try to protect their own instead of destroying him. I think all of them, they are learning from what Thomas Fala and Sahari Jones has been with their own for local country. This is a learning curve. But what was this place? 2029. All the guys in the yellow suit, they will pay for what it is. Thank you very much.
All right, Spencer. Hello. Yeah, I told you to cut your radio up before your call.
I'm having a call for Tansia. Then the city sector disappointing in any particular FIFA. Oh, because about FIFA, they focus on now. They focus on their well as they do something now. They forget about Tomopala. We don't think about. We think about long life as a war in 2029. Therefore, we are machine. We are born machine. We are born people. We are born motor. We are big ammonia. What ammonia that will get your being machine of voting and how people that get sick with no ammonia. They get pregnant within a delay on the star no ammonia. Then you have operating a machine. Then you go straight on it. Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, good evening, Andrew.
Yeah.
This is Lloyd D. Johnson, edition about loyalty, and I join you from a poor corner in district number 11, Keba community. Hello?
You on the air, Chief?
Yeah, you see, no, that region, people let it enjoy itself. I think that yellow shoe, it will carry sandal.
The man said that everybody will be in yellow shoes. All the yellow lawmakers will be in yellow shoes.
Now I say that yellow shoe, he will carry in sandal when he's going to go, when he's running a campaign, which I know that will be impossible for him to win there. But if this one
He running campaign in Sino? He running campaign in Sino?
But we already know the information. The men know that he has zone in this one 11 years. I mean, he has zone. He has zone. Then go countrymen is already start to run in the district. That's why you running away. Just point at me. Thank you.
All right. Hello.
Hello.
Yep.
Yes, thank you. I'm still begging those to call from the township of West Point.
Mm-hmm.
So, Andrew, look at those lawmakers that go down there. Do you see any serious lawmaker? Any serious lawmaker? As one of the district number 1 lawmaker for Krengu, not Nathaniel Bowie, man. Do you see it to be serious? I think that man put on the floor for a country, even a district day.
I mean, the man a lawmaker, then you say the man.
You get me? The color way that you come from, what Goli Fabio preside, what the thing that you put on the floor for people down there. When we talk about those people that see that defeat. So the
all right, Chief.
So
okay.
When Waka re-election, they will succeed. And I will let me tell them, all those that in the habit are doing those things, taking people error down there, sit down there for them to talk to all of the people, then they are not inviting the people that the days when they happen to the error. Will level all the lawmakers and their property. Will level in the community.
No, don't do that. Thank you. You don't pull those kinds of things. Oh, come on. You don't pull vexation. Yeah, you don't do that. You're putting yourself at risk too. It's not how you think you ought to sound. When you say that, you're putting your own life at risk too. Because they will say, okay, this man want to do this, we're targeting him. Just speak to the issue. You have to learn all the what we're telling you. Let's go out of life here. Let's speak to Kudia Williams. Hi there, madam.
I don't know what. This work. Yeah.
You on the air. You on the air.
Can you hear them?
She gone off. Kuda Williams, I brought you on, but you went off. Hello.
Well done, Mr. Andrew.
Yes, good afternoon.
Okay, this is Peter Karam, Township of West Point. Thank you very much for the statement. Let me tell you something. They put Miller Bropo Shin. They need to make un person there. So they were in West Point here. So most of them Shin. For why they put there yesterday. So you want to tell me from let's say out for 10 more time. For 10 more time. No machine in the bro here. Nobody not bring machine. All pastors together bring machine.
My man, I'm talking about the people brought machine, the boy bring machine, other people brought machine. I'm talking about the lawmaker here. You only see the lawmaker how they maintain to machine ball. When my man, Joey brought machine here. Everybody, that history, we know that one. We ain't talking that thing beyond or now. The record there.
Yeah. People say that brought people, they lawmaker there, all of them, they say.
All right, Chief.
Nothing else will sure. Only pray for long life to go with 2029 before our president by
all right. Thank you. Thank you. Let's bring on Kuda Williams again. She went off. She's back. Hi, madam. Hello? You are on the air. You are on the air.
Hello, yeah, good afternoon or good evening in my brother. You know, Sam, yeah, I'm not mad about the yellow machine. The only thing I'm happy about, they respect us from Maryland because at least we got yellow in our flag, so they have to put on yellow to represent Maryland. But that Maryland representative, that's the one that made me mad. While he will go stand over there intimidated himself. He knows that in this country called the great United States, Gwinnett County, where I live, President Tubman was posted in the elementary school as the first African president in Liberia. They have it all in the school for this Black History Month. They can't embarrass us like that. Let him follow that Kisimbo and be speaking the John, for them to lead us, or he shouldn't embarrass us. You have to thank you that money they took to Brother Michi. No medication in a hospital. It's a shame. No medication. Look at the homeless people. It hurts. Thank you. Bye.
All right. Ms. Willem, thank you ever so much for your input there from the United States. Let's go this way. Hello.
Good afternoon, Andrew.
Yes, good afternoon.
C'est Robert, connaisseur Justin Day. Andrew, thank you very much. Andrew, I love me talk for Green Gilet. Gao Super. The Green Gilet type of Super, they are contesting the type for you. Our own stock came in. They more from they ask a man for Green Gilet. They just try him, they get him representative job to go see in a hotel for 7 months or for the 5,000 to move people. And I tell you, as I tell you now, the people of Israel change this way. Because the majority of the change district that play where you do not be long because it is open 2 times ago, 3 times that the change district over there for you over 1 minute. Come 2029, the change district carry 1 person to move Jeremiah to come from there. To move open from there, to move Mary Johnson from there. All the 3 lawmakers from Nigeria are going to vote them out and bring good decent people that will represent the country. We're not going to bring somebody that will be in there with men are breaking the law of this nation here. Well, the mission that they said they bring the bar. They not buy a PCC. They take our country money, they go bad meeting. Come to now, all the lawmakers they will move everybody for good lawmakers there that will represent the country, that will not listen to president, that will break the law in the country. Thank you very much.
Hello. Good afternoon. You are on the air. Good afternoon, Chief.
Jefferson Sleba calling from the Virgin Speaker District. What happened yesterday between those lawmakers who said they want to introduce themselves before the public elect a big brother and a small brother? You are worshiping the small brother when you not know your right. You don't know your left from your right, and what can happen? You speaker, he had a steam power. He can even make he can punish the president, then you go deny yourself, saying to do one, to make yourself seen in front of the wall. They are bad they did yesterday. They just made us look stupid before people. Thank you.
All right. Hello.
Good afternoon, Mr. Andrews.
Good afternoon.
This is David King, and I do join you from my resident. What I saw yesterday, I could not believe my eyes to see a sitting representative taking on the yellow machine. I think to say he's on a monkey. You know, what's in my mind? I said, Liberia will be ranked again by the world. That we are people, we count number 1. People with lowest IQ in the world, we count number 1. Because what the lawmakers have exhibited today, it just shows that Nigerians don't have high IQ. And this is what we continue to display at the national level. Our national leaders should be complacent of the fact that these things that they did yesterday, it does not represent the country. It brought shame and disgrace upon this country. And I listened to that speaker, one Kino Gali boy. I mean, he did not speak like a speaker.
But what you expect by that man? You have known the man to be a good public speaker?
That brother spoke like talking an ordinary guy.
But that should not be a news to you, my man. The man.
To listen to Fala has shown that he's a travelist. Fala is a travelist. He's a serious travelist. And this guy, I mean, he has shown ingratitude to the highest degree. Yes, brother.
All
I was
right.
in 2005. I know father for a fact. I know father who used to do the Potato Green garden from, Potato Green or top for up portrait to where they got answered them today. I know father beginning. But for father to be behaving the way he is behaving today.
Yeah, my man, I think that news, man, that your first time hearing about Thomas Fowler, you can
the
blow
brother
yourself
showing
with
that
all these
traveling-
things. Later, my man, I see
Everybody-
you. But you're still talking about these people and that you're making the people relevant to you. You're still talking about Thomas Fowler. Then they died, they were dead, they were not died, all the kind of thing. There, your little people there, the people gone. Dwell on the present and the future. You don't dwell on the past. When you dwell on the past, talking about the next person all the time, you elevating the person. You make the person more important. When as the person here say, "Oh, they can do without me. They can do without me." And you see that they still talking about me. You're still dwelling on Thomas Fowler then. Yeah. So the former president, thank you all for spicing it up. Today, we should get out. Let me go with this one. Then we are in the office of former President George Weah. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
How you doing, sir, Andrew? This is Rebecca Dora calling from Arizona.
Yeah, we're fine, Rebecca. Let's hear you.
Yeah, the people that say Thomas Fowler, let them forget about that man. Yeah, that the only man with the people depending on. Let's talk about this yellow boy, yellow music boy, let's talk about that. The people that disgracing or that playing in a hall there, that they more talk about, you forget about Thomas Fowler thing. They say yellow guy that time they get yellow musician now that they want more talk about. The whole lawmakers are supposed to respect themselves, and then they put a yellow ball chant on today. Because long time we not hear about we borrow their song. So they bring it on yesterday, we seen it. Shame on them to put our knee down on a mug. Now what I just want to say, but please you forget about it. One time for like here. They're not the man, the CDC depending on, we're not depending on him. Please. Thank you, sir Andrew. That one maybe to call our listening about the people but forget about Fowler business. Thank you.
All right, Rebecca. Thank you too. Have a nice
Let's
day.
talk about yellow boy, the yellow ball machine.
And you see the representative hanging, eh? The machine boy. Okay, let me share this with you people from the office of the former president, Republic of Liberia, standard bearer, the Congress for Democratic Change, global icon, the man upon whom the peace of this country, stability, security, rest, George Manning Weah. Today, February 27, the chargé d'affaires of the United States Embassy, Joe Zadroni, and the acting deputy chief of mission, Sarah Honor, paid a courtesy call on His Excellency, Dr. George Manning Weah, at his Jamaica Resort office. They discussed a wide range of issues of the Republic of Liberia. The discussion also centered on the peace, stability, going forward, issues of 2029, the opposition perspective, given that his party is the leading opposition political party in Liberia, and he wields so much power, influence of the people of this country. The international community knows that George Weah is an impactful character that the country cannot do without George Weah. Nowhere in the world that you can run a country without the leading opposition figure. That's what makes this government not only a grudge-keeping government, but a childish government. Only child or children hold grudge. The international community knows very well you cannot run a country without or with the opposition isolated. When Yellow One came to power, he was told outright by the ECOWAS community to forge a reconciliation. They made it clear that reconciliation was sine qua non to Liberia's peace, development, security, and stability. Hence, Yellow One cannot run the country within himself, by himself, of himself, with himself, and his Unity Party people. They were telling him that it is not possible. Yellow One is embarrassed. He has caused so much damage. His people have put him in a situation that he can't get out from. He wants to start getting along with former President Weah, but how to go about doing it? The man who saved his life go first, and Weah second. He went against him. Now he's running the country, all Unity Party affairs. He thinks that he is making progress. He isn't making progress. What good is bringing in machines, cars, showcasing all over the place, ranting and boasting and bragging that you open the road when the country is divided? The people are hurt. Vast majority of the people, they are hurt. What good is it? You can have all of those things. You can even turn the country into heaven, because that's the only place that is developed. You can't see anything. I can see America because America have some patches. Heaven is where you can see dirt, you can see grass, you can see nothing. So it's developed 100%. You can have a country, or you can have Liberia developed as heaven. Once there is disunity, there is unreconciliation, or the people aren't reconciled to each other, and the president is divisive. There is disconnect between he and the opposition. Do you know that most of the opposition people, they are uncomfortable with President Joseph Yuma Boakai? Do you know that President Boakai cut off? President Boakai did not only cut off from former President George Weah, but the other opposition people, they just gave him the respect because he's the president. When you hear Simeon Fremont referring to him as president, it's not that he and Simeon Fremont in good relationship. When last you saw Simeon Fremont at any government function? When Musa Ability is calling him president, they are not in good relation, but they respect him. They respect him as the president, so they call him that way president because he is the president. When last you saw Musa Ability by government invitation in any government function, apart from the legislature that he went to address, Ability and the other opposition people were there because that's their office. When last you ever saw the president sitting with opposition lawmakers to iron out things? When last you ever saw Senator McGill in any government function, and Senator McGill not willing because of the grudge, the line the president has drawn with former President Weah? President Boakai is not running a whole country, but he is the president of the whole country. The country is divided, terribly badly divided. And yellow one in President Bouaka is not even willing. So the president can put all of those things on. He can pave all of the roads. He can turn this country into heaven. But what good is it? His accomplishments will never ever be acknowledged by the whole. Only a few, and that's what you are saying. He will be condemned more as he's being condemned than the praise that he will want. That's why people who are schooled in governance, who live governance for 25 years, 20 years, 40 years, 50 years, they tell you the first and foremost thing of any transition is reconciliation. It's reconciliation. The international community told Mr. President, but his people around him said, no, you can. And the international community sees former President Weah as very significant to Liberia's democracy, Liberia's existence. They go to him for the next year that Bouaka stays on as the president going into 2029. The international community, officials from the international community will still go to former President Weah. They will do business with former President Weah. If Bouaka and Unity Party people think because he has cut off from President Weah, so the international community will not go to President Weah, he should be living in a dream world. And he can never run this country without former President Weah. Population, number, impactful. Unity Party don't have the number. What they have is opportunists. People are hustling. Everybody that praising President Bouaka. Come on. That's the normal of Liberia political culture because the country is a poverty-stricken country. People use that to survive. People praise Ellen here. Those who condemn Ellen, later on they started praising Ellen. What did Milton Tiaje? What Milton Tiaje didn't say? He defied Ellen. When life was going upside down, he praised Ellen because he needed a job. Some of them say Ellen can become president. She did. She brought war in the country. She, what they call Samuel Doe. All of those things, they said it. They seen people. At the close of the day, they started feeding on Ellen. They started with praises. It was there and then that the people credited Ellen as the doyen of politics, Liberian politics, that everybody that condemned and opposed her, she made them to bow to her by bringing them, giving them position, sending them in an area. Then came former President Weah, or prior to President Weah coming in. Oh, they say Weah didn't know book. He wasn't educated. The man can't speak good English. That's what the politicians here, they were saying. Fast forward, we are in the presidency. What happened? Everybody start praising Weah. Everybody start praising Weah. Oh, we are the good man, the best president of Liberia. Thank God, God gave all kinds of things they were saying. Weah is of the presidency. Who are they praising now? Joseph Yuma Bouaka. Bouaka leaves the presidency 2029. The next person that they will praise that person. That's the culture. So there's nothing extra they're doing. And not that they like you. It is because you are the boss. It's because you sit over the finances of the country. You sit over the money as the president. So everyone worships in praise. You think that anything extra? When you there, they condemn you. When Ellen left, the same people that were praising Ellen, after they achieved, they start saying all manner of things against Ellen. When President Weah left, and you see, The people who were praising Weah, majority of the people who were praising Weah as the best president, the best thing that Liberia could have ever achieved for President Weah coming to the presidency, that the people today, they say the man a bad man. He ain't got leadership ability. He messed the country up. Bouaka leave from there. Let's pray for long life. You see, some of the people that praising Bouaka now, they will say the awful things against Bouaka. Some of these people, when Bouaka was in opposition, what they gave up on Bouaka. The people said that Bouaka was not too far from the grave. Some of them, they neglected Bouaka. Some of the people that praising Bouaka today, that they left Bouaka. They never went there when Bouaka was struggling. They did not go around a rehab residence. Some of these people just that it would be unprofessional to call names. But when I was on Capital FM, we heard some of these people. I know them, and they know that we know. They know that I know. They said something. They said that Bouaka was already a dead man. Some of these people, they in Bouaka government. One day, I will pour all professionalism aside and start calling names and let them look in my face and say they did not say it. Today, I'm just waiting because the time is coming. When you think you're hating, we are her. Then we start exposing you now. I get some of the clips. I still get some clips. I don't destroy things. And when public officials speaking, I can recall. So that normal thing, nothing extra you're doing. When Bouaka lead the presidency, you always say all kinds of things against Bouaka. That's why our political culture is just irresponsible, childish. It's subservient culture. Subservient means you feed on this person to look good, but you don't really like the person. But it's because you are not where you are and the person is there, so you think that you should praise that person. Because the more you praise the person, you get the person's attention. So all the people that you see, some of these people, I tell you, Bouaka, they can say some things about Bouaka in confidence, in secret. And I told you about the government official when our Capitol building suddenly started. He told us in confidence, he said, what Bouaka did to remove Fonati Kofa, they're wrong. He said, I can't lie. The education that I get today that I'm working in Bouaka government, that Fonati Kofa gave me here. That Fonati Kofa sent me to school abroad. A raw cash. Today, he's still working in Bouaka government. Bouaka think that everybody loves him. Everybody, once you are president, everybody will praise you. Everybody will say all manner of things. But the people praise Jesus. Let nobody business. At the close of the day, when it came on top of Jesus to leave the sea, what they did, and they said all kinds of things against him. There's nothing new happening on the sun. As Ecclesiastes will say, there is nothing new happening. God said the heart of man is desperately wicked. Who can discern it thereof except he alone? Jeremiah 17:9. So nothing extra. But Bouaka, Weah is moving. Weah is mature. And the international community going to Weah. And they went there today. U.S. embassy people went to sit with the mayor. The people said they disappointed in Bouaka. With all those experiences you boasted of, then you keeping grudge. You stay keeping grudge in your heart. What the Bible says, he who conceals iniquity in his heart, when he prays, the Lord will not hear him. Iniquity is also grudge. Because the way it starts from, when you conceal it in your mind. That's why he said, go and reconcile with your brother. Then you can come back before I can accept anything you have to say to me. I see you, man. You'll continue. But start calling ninja, you'll get vexed by way. We know you're probably wishing Bouaka dead. You'll say Bouaka already finished today. You'll say, oh, listen to some of your, oh, the president. When you knew Bouaka as president, even when Bouaka, when the campaign started, United Party people are looking for money. Here and there. You people are around here. You say, oh, the man can't make it. Look at the man sick. The papa sick. He can't make it. So the great United States of America, the great United States, the world's greatest country, paid an official visit to His Excellency, the former President, Republic of Liberia. Yeah, let me show you people a few of the photo. The detail is coming out. Let me get the man off the screen, man. The how they call it, machine ball. You see that the President, His Excellency George Manneh Weah, and the Ambassador of the United States of America to Liberia, Joseph Zadroni. The full delegation, that's the office of the former president. They had a long discussion on several issues. You will have the detail of that meeting coming up shortly. Don't worry. Just so you know, the United States government met with the former president, His Excellency George Manneh Weah, today, and they had a long but fruitful discussion lasting several hours. Okay, so that's it, man. That's the weekend. We go. We see you the weekend. Yeah. Yeah, that many, bro. That put yellow 1. You get yellow 1, yellow 2, yellow 3, yellow 4. Yellow 1, that JMB. Yellow 2, that VP Con. Yellow 3, the regime speaker. Yellow 4, the regime deputy speaker. Yellow 5, the regime pro tem. Followed by the other yellow. That people that are also us. That the people say the color that yellow, the uniform that yellow. Yellow speaker said the second batch, all of them will be in yellow shoes. All of them will be in yellow shoes. So that there. They are yellow. So you just call them by the code. The code yellow. All right. Hey, man. Sorry. Let me inject this as quickly as possible. So UEFA Champions League draw is out. I thought to talk it from the onset, but I forgot. UEFA Champions League draw is out. Barcelona faces Newcastle. Let me just run through it, then we are out. PSG versus Chelsea. PSG will be playing Chelsea. Galatasaray versus Liverpool. Real Madrid versus Man City. Real Madrid, Man City. Bayer Leverkusen versus Arsenal. Newcastle versus Barcelona. Atletico Madrid versus Tottenham. Bodo Glimt versus Sporting. Atalanta versus Bayern Munich. Chelsea, these are the teams that will be playing away the mid-March. They will be playing away. Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, Barcelona, Tottenham, Sporting, and Bayern Munich. They will be playing away. The first leg is away, while the rest will play home. All right, that's good for us, FC Barcelona. Newcastle, we'll trash them. We'll demoral. We'll outplay them. They know what we did in the first leg, so it's good. All right, we'll see you, man, at the weekend. We'll see you. Thank you ever so much for being with us. We're back tomorrow, meaning next week, if God permits. You can join the news team at 6. Then at 6:50, Isiaka Sharif and Josephine Pello Johnson in with CDC Hour. And then at 8 o'clock, the doctor himself is in, the teacher of the land, the light of the nation, the evangelist, Anthony at Law, A.B. Will, will face the issues. Until then, that's it. This is how we go home.
It's a redemption day.
Wagwan must struggle.
Wagwan revolution, people. Wagwan the blue revolution. You ready? CDC, you ready? Let's go. CDC come, CDC come, CDC build, CDC build, CDC ready, CDC ready. Take what's up coming. Yeah, we building a new home. Let's build. Let's build. The men they fought evil, them not making it one way. Hey, let's build.